put the camera right in front. That'll work better anyway. All right, you guys. Just bear with me while I set the camera up, and I'll do my sound check.
Welcoming a baby is a journey of firsts. But the moment you first see your little one on a monitor to some...
Sound check. Sound check. All right, it's working okay. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get down to business. So, as you guys know, I made this really cool Cringer head. Hold on a sec, make sure I got that live chat so I can see you guys are pushing. Hey, Master Far, thanks for joining us. Hey, Dean, thanks for joining us. Oh, excellent, your Battleground He-Man tomorrow. I'll look forward to see that. So, as you guys know, I made this really cool Cringer head, right, to go on the Battle Cats. And like I said before, I got one that is half painted, ready to be finished painted. I haven't finished yet. But this guy contacted me and said, hey, can you make me a smaller one? And I'm like, yeah, what size do you need? He goes, I don't know. And he sent me a picture of this cat right here. And I was looking at this cat, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. I mean, look at this. It's fully articulated. It's got all kinds of movement to it. It's almost as articulated as the Classics Battle Cat. And look how tall it is next to He-Man. It's about the right size to be a Cringer. And I'm like, dude, that is so cool. Hey, can you flip the hot water on for me in the bathroom? I forgot to turn it back on. So, I made a deal with him, and the deal was that he would send me one of the black cats so that I could retrofit a Cringer head to be the right size for it. So my goal was to make a Cringer head work with this, and then it will be able to do this. Now, if you guys want to get your own black cat, there's a link in the description that I put on there of what this figure set it comes from. I forgot what it's called. I can't pronounce the name. But in a few minutes, I'm going to try to pull this head off live and see kind of how it fits together and how it works. Hey, Sledge Master's in the house. Thanks for joining us, man. Hey, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, check out Sledge Master's channel. He has a contest going on, I believe, or something like that. I didn't see his video yet, but I plan to watch it soon. So do check out his channel. And you know, check it out. And Sledge Master, if you want, put down in here in the chat what your channel name is so people can find it. And it's James Justice is who that is, in case you guys are wondering. And Jeff, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Right now the water's starting to boil. And once it does, we will pull this cat apart and we will see how the head has to attach to this so I can make the connection for it. I mean, this is going to be a really cool Cringer. I'm not sure how I'm going to get all the paint around all these joints to adhere correctly, but you can see all the articulation points. I mean, the ankle, the leg up here, the ankle here, the head, the neck. It has a joint in the middle too, just like our Classics cat does. Of course, the legs right here, and they have a slight back and forth too to them. So you can see all the articulation. And for a custom Cringer, this is going to be so cool. I cannot wait to start to make this. And even the tail's articulated. Now, I can't quite go down as far as this Cringer's tail is, but still, that's going to be really cool. So I'm really excited about trying to turn this cat into a Cringer. And if anybody else wants a smaller head after I am successful, I'll probably have some smaller heads in case you guys get the same cat. I'm going to hopefully make it so it fits right on here. So that water's starting to boil right now. My lovely assistant will probably be getting me a glass of boiling water here in a few minutes. So while we're waiting for that water to boil, I started to make my wings that we've talked about. Now, the bad news is I got these wings from somebody, and they sold them to me right out of the package, but they ended up being 2 right wings, and I didn't notice that till I had them all painted and ready to go. And I'm like, what? 2 right wings? So I got some more wings on order that I can paint gold and white to go onto that figure that looks like She-Ra, to see if I can turn it into a custom sorceress from 2000X series. So that's kind of what I'm working on there. So it sounds like that water is just about ready. Let's see if you guys have any. Let's see. Yeah, it is a nice font. Oh, thank you so much. So here's our water. Let's go ahead and stick that cat inside there and see if we can get that head off. So I'm probably going to have to pull this cat apart completely to get the paint into all the joints. Now, if those of you who've never painted inside of joints before, it's a pretty tall task to do because one, you have to take all the joints apart, sand them all, and then after you sand them, you have to paint them before you put it back together, and then add some kind of sealer on there. I personally like to use super glue for my sealer, so I'll get a paintbrush that I'm never going to use again because the super glue will destroy it, and then just brush the super glue over the top in all those joints. And this guy's got a lot of joints, so it's going to be a ton of work. Was that water boiling pretty hard? Perfect. All right. Oh, sure, James. Anytime, man. I'm glad I could help. And yeah, if you guys do want to check out his channel, do check that out. All right, let's see if that's hot enough to get that head off there yet. If I won't drop water into my keyboard, pretty bad. And oh yeah, look at that, how easy that comes off. Okay, this will be really easy to do. You can see the head is actually almost the same already. So what I'll have to do is, instead of making this big old square I have in there now, I'll probably have to make just a small little spot for the hole and then shrink the head down to put that on there. I mean, obviously this head right now is way too big. That'd look ridiculous. But I am going to make the head go pretty far back because this neck is a lot longer than Cringer's neck. You can see that Cringer's neck is a whole lot shorter. So there you go. Now Cringer's head is supposed to be big in the first place, but that's just a little bit too big for that. But that will be cool. That's going to be a really easy alteration to make that work. Now this figure has his mouth open and closed, which is a really cool feature. Unfortunately, my Cringer head does not have his mouth open and closed, but still, that will be really cool. That would be cool to get one of the Moto toys based on Big Jim. The Big Jim bird and the Big Jim cat would be so cool to get, and the ape too. It's funny because there's a figure called Big Jeff, and he's the guy, part of the Big Jim line. And Big Jeff has a set you could buy that came with an eagle. So what I used to do was I would get the eagle from the Wonder Twins, and I'd put it with Fisto, and pretend like he was Big Jeff. Maybe it was Big Josh. Maybe I have his name wrong. So I was probably thinking because of our friend All Music Fan 88. But I think it was actually Big Josh. All right, so I'm excited. This is going to be really cool, and it looks like the neck's attached the same way too, with the same kind of pin built-in structure. So it'll be really easy to take this guy apart and paint his pieces. He's made out of like a rubbery type material. You kind of feel it's kind of a little rubbery. I guess I should see how easy the legs come apart. I'm afraid to start ripping them apart now, though, just live on here. All right, you guys, so that's all I got. Check out the link I have below so you guys can see the figure I'm talking about. I don't want to butcher the name trying to say it, but if you click the link, you will see the name of the figures that this cat comes with. And I cannot believe somebody found such a good cat to use for Cringer. Big fist. All right. Let's see. Hebrew, I have a Big Jim Cringer from the 70s. The date said 70s. I'll have to look again. So what's interesting is all the Battle Cats say 70s on them because it was the same mold as the Big Jim one. But the Big Jim one's black. And I'm sorry, the Tarzan one is black. The Big Jim one is actually a tiger-looking one. So if it's green, if you get the green Battle Cat that says the 70s on the side of his leg, then it is actually the He-Man one. They didn't make a green one for Big Jim. So the Big Jim one, I think, is standard tiger colors. and then the Tarzan one is the black one. All right, well, you guys, thanks for joining us. I know you guys are still coming on right now. For those that just joined, I guess I'll go into a quick recap on this. For those that just joined, is somebody sent me this cat, and they want me to do a custom job for them by creating a Cringer head to fit this cat. And for payment, I get to keep this one. So as I showed you guys with the hot water, those that didn't see it because they weren't here earlier, the head is pretty easy to remove. And all I have to do is just basically change my attachment point to be a small little pin and then make the head smaller, and it should work on there. And that will be really cool to make this cat into a Cringer. So I'm pretty excited about doing that. I may ask one of my hobby friends who's better at painting than me to do this for me. I'll see if he's willing and able. He's got a really nice oh, what are those called, Pretty Lady? No, the painter. Sprays it on. Airbrush. He has a real nice airbrush, so. Oh yeah, that'd be cool for Catra. That is a great point. Oh man. See, now you're gonna make me have to get 2 of these. Now I have to go out and buy another one so I can make a cat for Catra too. That would be a really cool idea. It's even the right face for Catra. It's even the right face for Catra too. Just put a mask on it and put a thing on here with little spikes going up. That'd be a really easy custom and very cool. Now I'm torn. Do I want to make myself a Cringer or do I want to make myself Catra? You know, I might just use this for Catra for my own purposes and keep the Cringer I made already, the giant one, because I think having a Catra cat would be cooler than having a right-sized Cringer, because I already got the giant Cringer. I don't know. I'll think about it. But man, whose idea was that? Let's see. Oh. That was Kristen's idea. Christian's idea. Hey, thanks, man. That's a really cool idea. All right, you guys. Really, this time, gonna let you go. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Click the link in the description so you can see what where this cat came from. And I will see you guys next video. Bye now.